What up, YouTube legs? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today, we have a bit of a doozy. We are casting a match featuring the ultimate mode of Erls Reloaded, which adds 30 new playable races to the StarCraft universe, but I don't know if that number is going up because we're currently looking at the Cult of the Void race, and I am not familiar with this one at all, so I don't know if the number is going beyond 30. That would be absolutely insane. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning on the top right-hand side of the map, it's our red Cult of the Void player, Deadmouse, going up against his opponent. Spawning on the top left-hand side of the map, it's our blue Cult of the Void player, Xhromosoma. He is the current developer of this mod. Really appreciate the work that's being put into this. It's absolutely staggering how much this mod adds to StarCraft 2. It's basically an entirely different game. And if you're new to my channel, I do cast and cover almost exclusively custom StarCraft content with the odd video essay here and there. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Back to the show. We have a face collector moving across the map towards Deadmouse's possibly natural base location, although there is a third base already. And here it is, the face collector, which looks like some sort of variant of a zealot. Oh, okay, so it doesn't die instantly. It actually has a mask that gives it kind of 2 lives. So what you saw there was a pseudo life bar, because once that life bar goes down, the mask comes off and the unit basically regenerates, and I think it only works 1 time. Anyway, it did go down to those void critters. I'll see what they're actually called in a second, but they do come from the main mining structure for the Cult of the Void. Now, a forgotten one here as well. This is basically a Dark Templar, but look at how much HP it has. That is absolutely disgusting, and dare I say broken, but maybe not broken since it's Cult of the Void versus Cult of the Void. Throwing down a Void Trap here, which will stun these units, and decides to get out of dodge because we do have a Void Battery here, which is a detection structure, and great placement, by the way, for Deadmouse, realizing that there could be some cloaked units going to base number 3. Another Void Trap being placed. I believe it also does damage, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. So we have Void Trap. So it deals 35 damage, 70 to light in an area, and it also stuns units, as we saw, which is not in the description. Anyway, we also have hero units. Here is Halfarion, and look at him strutting. He's ready to party, bro. Going for base number 3. There's a lot of stuff here, but these Void Shades coming out from the, what is this thing? The Void Altar. There was also a Drip Trainer? What was that? Anyway, doesn't matter. These units from Deadmouse are surviving, but Xhromosoma with Halfarion is going towards the main base. The Rift, though, which is kind of your macro structure, does have a lot of army units here, and unfortunately, that hero unit getting absolutely melted. So, one interesting thing I saw about these Void Shades that come out from the main mining structure is they basically spawn indefinitely. It's like an indefinite stream of them, and as you can see, you have charges, but the charge regenerates like every second. So it's an endless stream of these things. As you can see, the unit description is not available currently. It says button name and unknown button 41, but I think the only answer to that is by overwhelming the base, because otherwise you have an infinite army that you're dealing with. I mean, yeah, like, they're not the best unit, but they're also free and infinite. So, yeah, it's not really something that costs the player anything to build, as far as I know. A big engagement here, though. I think these laser beams that we're seeing are from the Acolyte with the Void Wave. Yep, so they have the Void Wave ability, and as you can see, or Void Wave attack, I should say, and it looks like it can attack multiple things. Or maybe that's just this animation, like 2 laser beams. So here we go. Deadmouse with his own hero unit, Von Zarek. I believe this is a hero unit, the only unit that's left over. And what is this? A Monolith of the Void. So it looks like a defensive structure, and this is some Warhammer shit, bro. What? So a single infantry guy in like a power suit is going against an entire like nuke building. That was insane. I was too busy to actually look at what it does, but obviously it did some sort of AoE damage that Deadmouse was able to dodge, but now we have the entire army for Xhromosoma running after Von Zarek. Will Von Zarek survive? I doubt it, and yes, there he goes. But you know what? He died a legend, considering the fact that he took on a monolith all on his own. And what are these? So these are prompters. I think these are warped in from Halfarion. He can warp in a Royal Call, and it warps in 4 prompters, and it looks like they are timed units. And it buffs him the more he has of them, I believe. Lots of laser beams everywhere. I'm not really sure where to keep my eyes on the map right now. More of those Void Shades just absolutely melting the stuff from the opposing player. And Xhromosoma also has what appears to be a flying unit, a Snarecaster, which looked like a Viper with a... Was that a Baneling on its tail? Do we have another one we can look at? Yes, we do. Oh, yep. Okay, look. It's got a Baneling here. So it's like they stitched a Baneling and a Viper together. That is hilarious. How much damage is it doing? I mean, it has 0 kills. How much damage does it do? 50 damage and 75 versus armor? That's actually insane. Does it only do ground damage? Yep, it only attacks ground units, but it does so much damage. Pretty squishy, though, as we just witnessed. And here they are, the Void Shades. Literally infinite Void Shades. That Acolyte dying with 8 kills to its name, but those were free units as far as I know. Let's take a look at the resources lost. This is disgusting. 34,000 resources lost by blue to 19,000, now 20,000 by red, and we're only 10 minutes into the game. What? So to build the hero units, you also have like these kind of alternate currency that we can't see in this UI, but you can convert regular resources to those currencies. So like this guy, Halfarion, we'll see how much he costs in a second. This engagement, though, I don't know who's coming out ahead. It looks like Deadmouse might be. Oh, man, that Archon equivalent going down. This is a fever dream, bro. This is straight up a fever dream. But let's take a look, now that it's quiet, how we build hero units. So we have heroes from the Rift, and here you go. You have that kind of like DNA or half DNA kind of icon. So as we can see, this unit costs 2 of them. Halfarion costs 2 of them, and also 850 minerals. Are you joking? And we'll see what it actually is called in a second. What are these? Are these gargoyles from Warcraft? Wait a minute. Those might be. Wait, show me, show me. Oh, I have to click on one. They're technically mutas, but they look like gargoyles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those were gargoyles from Warcraft. That is hilarious. Trying to do some damage here, and they all exploded like instantly. Unfortunately, I cannot read Russian, although I am taking classes on Duolingo to learn it, and it's actually going pretty well, but I still can't read it. Anyway, Von Zarek doing some crazy damage. The natural base for Xhromosoma has gone down. More units here trying to prevent the hero unit from coming in. Do the hero units have levels? I don't think they do. I think they're just straight up a hero unit. Another Monolith of the Void coming down and melting so much stuff. We also have the Void Shades coming in from the Void Altar. So much chaos right now. I want to see those gargoyles again, dude. And a big mass of red stuff here. Oh, man. All acolytes. That is insane. The stuff getting cleaned up in the main base for Xhromosoma. Here are the gargoyles. Are they like flying banelings or something? I think they are. I think they kamikaze into stuff. What is this thing? Lowlord. So it's like a Broodlord on the ground, maybe? That is wild. What was that? What did we just witness, dude? Okay, and here we go. The Monolith of the Void. I'll try and read what this does. So connection nullification freezes enemies in an area by creating a connection between the area and the seaplane, whatever that is. Reconnection. Using the connection with the seaplane returns the target to its complete form. Okay, so it maybe regenerates things as well? Potentially? I think this means yes. I think that means da, but I don't know for sure. Xhromosoma, I know you're going to see this. Let me know if I read that correctly. It's the little things, you know. Okay, I got to see what this gargoyle thing does. Unfortunately, okay, what is it? We can't read it. It's not really It's not really complete in the UI, but it's called a Nightmare, and it doesn't have any attack on that card there, so I think it must be like a sacrificial unit. What are these? These are acolytes. They are just straight up glowing. Xhromosoma taking out base number 3 for Deadmouse potentially. I mean, it's still alive, just barely. Finally going down. Deadmouse throwing down a monolith of his own. And here we go. Yeah, so I guess this stuns units rather than harms them with that AoE damage thing. I guess not AoE damage, but AoE ability. A lot of chaos right now. We have a venerating one, which is our kind of Archon equivalent. More of these snare casters flying into the main base as well, going down virtually instantly. There's so much blood. There is so much blood, dude. Oh, man. I don't know who's coming out ahead. I really don't. I mean, to be fair, Deadmouse is now on 1 base. And let's take a look at the situation for Xhromosoma. Looks like 2 bases here that are mining. The main base here is virtually mined out, but we have more Void Altars for our blue player, a lot of them. To be fair, though, we have a Void Altar here and a Void Altar here as well. So it's not like Deadmouse is out of this game necessarily. Xhromosoma, our blue Cult of the Void player, is floating a bit more money. But this is a wild game. I really don't know if this is a new race or not, or if this is one that just missed my radar. Xhromosoma or anybody else familiar with the ultimate mode of Erls Reloaded, let me know down in the comments below if this is a new race that is currently in development. Given the fact that some of the unit details aren't necessarily filled out yet, I'm inclined to think this is more or less a new race. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, a big hit from that monolith. The monolith also just looks so sick, dude. There we go. The gargoyle things, or the nightmares, I should say, taking out one of the monoliths. And the second monolith going down as well. What is this? A crying Gwen. Wow, okay. So how much damage does this do? It has 2,500 HP, 35 damage, and 55 versus armored. This is super cool looking. I don't know what this this loading bar is for it, though. Okay, so we have some Lowlords here as well for Deadmouse, along with the acolytes, and the Lowlords are so big that they can hardly fit in this choke point. They'd have to destroy the rocks. They're going in single file. If you couldn't tell, I'm almost speechless. So much stuff going down. Do I want to look at the units lost tab? Or the resources lost tab, I should say. Units lost would also be really interesting. Let's take a look at the resources lost first. Is that 150,000? Wait a minute. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, the both players losing an absolutely face-melting amount of resources, as you can see in the top left. Let's take a look at the units killed. 518 killed by blue and 461 killed by red, but the workers killed really isn't that crazy in comparison. 51 killed by red and 28 killed by blue. So the slaves, in this case, the workers, are relatively safe. Both players just really going for these crazy engagements. Halfarion here almost dead. Deadmouse, just like the DJ, throwing a rave party. Look at all these laser beams, dude. We are getting a full-on light show. We're at 17 minutes into the game. I mean, I really don't know if you need more rifts or not, because the map looks pretty sparse, but there's still a lot going on. Both players are at virtually the same amount of supply. I wonder if 145 supply is the supply cap for this faction for like balancing purposes. It's possible, because it's very sus that both are at 145 pretty much out of 145, right? So I'm pretty sure they are supply capped at 145 supply, which is interesting. Okay, let's get a closer look at these nightmares. I have to see if they're gargoyles from Warcraft. I think they are. I really can't tell, but I'm pretty sure they are. That skin, though, is really hard. I don't know, actually. It looks like they have, like, an extra spine on their back. They almost look like harpies or something. I don't know. I'm so intrigued, though, with that unit model. Yeah, that is absolutely outrageous. They're flying banelings. That's hilarious, dude. But I don't know if they have a cooldown because now the nightmares are kind of just, like, seemingly vulnerable. Okay, let's zoom out and see what's going on. Is this Deadmouse's Crying Ven? Yes, it is. And it's so cool looking, but it has so much HP. 2,500 HP. That's more than the Void Altar, which is the main mining structure for this race. What the hell, dude? So the Crying Ven just having a dance party here right now. It looks like it's stunned, though, and yes, it is. It's void snared right now, so it's not going to be moving hardly at all. I mean, look at this. It's taking hardly any damage, or it looks like it's taking hardly any damage because it's got so much life. That is insane. What do we have going on here? We have some prompters. We have what appear to be drones, which I can't select. And this Void Altar potentially going to go down. Did the Crying Ven get destroyed? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that loading bar is like how long it lasts. Maybe you have to summon one and then it just despawns. That would make sense considering that it's virtually invulnerable with that life pool, dude. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. More of these Lowlords here. What kind of damage do? They have a tetrapod. Range 9.5. Weapon speed 3.5, does 5 damage. Interesting. Ultimately, though, going down, we have some Snarecasters here as well, going down to the Nightmares. 2 Nightmares remain, and they may be able to take out this, yep. Okay, that Snarecaster going down. You know what? Instead of being like a Baneling, maybe it's just a unit that walks into things and does damage by touching them. I don't know, man. I don't know why this unit intrigues me so much, but it really does. Look at that. That is crazy. It looks like they do ground and air damage, but this Venerating one doing some damage as well. Only getting 2 kills, though. More laser beams here. This Lowlord going down to the Acolytes. The Acolyte with that Void Wave attack is just crazy. How much damage does this do? 15 damage and goes against air and ground. The main base, though, has been infiltrated by our red Cult of the Void player. Xhromosoma warping in a bunch of flying units, though. Oh, man. The hero unit getting 1 shot. To be fair, the Snarecasters, right? Is that what they're called? Yeah, the Snarecaster does a ton of damage, especially versus armored, if I'm not mistaken, but vulnerable to these Nightmares. Now, seeing this go up against a vanilla race, I don't see it going well for Zerg, Protoss, or Terran. That's just eyeballing it. I mean, this is crazy. To be fair, though, the armies are a lot smaller because of that lower supply cap. So what we're seeing right now are basically maxed armies, and they're really not that big. So going against like a 200 supply capped vanilla player, maybe they would stand a chance. And maybe that's why they capped them so low, was with the other races in mind. Because, yeah, playing against a modded like mirror matchup like this, fine, that's great, that's fun and all, but there's a lot more to StarCraft than just mirror matchups. Anyway, a lot more Acolytes coming in, and now the army's actually looking pretty big. These Lowlords are crazy. So they have a quote here: to lose your humanity to control lesser beings. Just how low have you fallen? The leader. Interesting. I like that, though. I'm really curious about their attack because it really doesn't do that much damage, and the speed isn't that fast as well. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe there's like, maybe it's the range. That's where it kind of shines, right? 9.5 range. That's not that bad. But it only does ground damage, right? Yeah, it only targets ground, so they're really vulnerable to these snare casters. The snare casters, though, going down because the acolytes are both a ground and air attacker. A monolith here as well. I think stunning a lot of Deadmauce's stuff. Wait a minute. Are these Deadmauce's? No, they're not. They're not. Okay, these little shade dudes. Yeah, those are from, I'm pretty sure, Xhromosoma. The Lowlord going down. Here we go. Halfarian alive once again, and he's not sad at all. Look at him dancing around. What do we have here, though? Oh, yep, the gargoyles. I mean, the nightmares destroying the monolith and flying back to the support of our hero unit for Deadmouse, but unfortunately did go down. Man, these acolytes, dude, I would just mass acolytes. Just from what we've been seeing, they seem so powerful. And Deadmouse, I think, feels the same way. Halfarian getting melted almost instantly. Another Halfarian here as well for Deadmouse. How many workers do we have, actually? Okay, wait a minute. So we have 25 workers for blue and 36 for red. So not a lot of workers, but to be fair, they are both floating a decent chunk of change. Oh, man, these snarecasters, though, spotting the base for the red player and actually opting to go for the main base. Those nightmares are just so good. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that loading bar is the duration of the crying event, so it must be summoned maybe by like a hero unit or something. So it's like a timed invulnerable unit is the way I interpret that. I mean, not fully invulnerable, but you have 2,500 HP. May as well be an invincible unit. Xhromosoma saying something here in Russian that I cannot read. And the Lowlord here for Xhromosoma as well with the 1 kill will go down to these acolytes. Looks like a hero unit as well going down for the blue player. A Herald of Doom here going down. And this is just a wild showcase of the Cult of the Void. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I'm like 99% sure that's what it's called. I read it, and then I started the game, and then I immediately forgot it. So it might be like Cult of Void, but I'm pretty sure it's Cult of the Void. Man, the Snarecaster's going down. The Lowlord, unfortunately, we cannot read what it does. I really want to know what kind of unit this is. Maybe we can take a look at the Rift and see what its unit description is, if it's filled out. The Acolyte's putting in a lot of work, though. We have not seen any nightmares from Xhromosoma. So those nightmares, these gargoyle things, are exclusively coming from Deadmouse, I feel like, unless I'm crazy. How much HP do the Lowlords have? They have 350 HP, so they're not even that outrageously tuned up in terms of tankiness. So they're a huge unit that has a decent amount of range, but does ground-only damage. So really interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the Rift. Let's see what this Lowlord does, if we can find it. Here it is. So not all of the Void Servants were powerless before their change. Oh man, we have lore. What does it say? Some of them were capable of controlling their mutations in some way, granting themselves power over lesser life forms. Wait, so are they like a mind control kind of unit? I don't see any ability here that would suggest that. Anyway, things have quieted down. Literally, one unit here exploding. And now, what are these? More Heralds of Doom here. So they have a fuel release, drops 1 unit of void fuel, prolonging lifetime. Interesting. Very interesting. So they have 0 energy right now out of 4. What kind of attack do they do? So they're a melee-only unit. That is also interesting. They look like fire bats to me, or marauders. A big engagement here, though, in the middle of the map. The Acolytes trying to take out the Crying Ven, and it does go down, finally. A lot of flying units here from Xhromosoma, though, and a lot of ground units for our red player, Deadmouse. And Xhromosoma moving out with the Snarecasters to the main base. Going for the Void Concentrator, but they all go down instantly to those Nightmares. Those Nightmares are disgusting, bro. Man, this is an outrageous game. We're half an hour in. I told you it was a doozy, and man, this is crazy. I really don't know who's going to win. I mean, taking a look at the map, I mean, look at this. Both players are kind of like sparsely scattered on their respective sides, but really nothing too crazy. Some more Nightmares here in the main base. I actually am curious how many workers have gone down at this point. 56 killed by red and 28 killed by blue, but 1,100 units total killed by blue and 1,200, almost 1,300 now total killed by red. Absolutely disgusting. What is that, like 500,000 resources lost by blue and over 250,000 by red? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is absolutely insane. Here we go. These Void Shades coming out from the Void Altar. A lot of action on the map right now. Deadmouse really going in for the kill, I think. One Void Altar going down. We also have a prompter here from Halfarian. I don't know where Halfarian is, though. Anyway, it looks like base number 3 has gone down as well. It looks like Xhromosoma hasn't even bothered replacing the natural base, and I don't blame him. There's not a lot to mine out there. Deadmouse moving towards the main base for Xhromosoma. All the units for our blue player getting cleaned up, and now we have, once again, the main base for blue infiltrated by red. And my voice is trying to fail, but I will not let it. We've been talking nonstop for half an hour at this point. A big warp-in of Voidcast or Snarecasters, though, from the Void. Oh, man, and more of these gargoyle things. Oh, okay, yep. And if they catch these Snarecasters are basically done. But the movement from Xhromosoma has been really sneaky, so they are bypassing the entire army and finally making themselves known. We'll be destroying that Void Battery instantly, and it looks like red is coming to engage this. Oh, man, the Lowlords. I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, they're pretty big, and then I see it again, and I'm like, oh wait, no, they're like a giant unit. These Acolytes doing so much damage with the help of those Nightmares. Bro, this is a crazy, crazy game. We have some face collectors here as well, the Zealot equivalent. Red has 10,000 minerals right now, which, to be fair, he's been maxed out like forever, and so has blue, actually. And my computer is starting to struggle with all those animations. I don't know if you could see that. Looks like we had a bit of a drop here. Oh, it looks like there was some observers in this game, Demolde leaving, but this is a game between Xhromosoma and Deadmouse, in case you forgot. The Lowlord here with 16 kills. I wonder if it's more designed to go against these, like, Void Shades, because the Void Shades are going down, like, instantly to this Lowlord, which is actually really interesting. I mean, it's got 42 kills now. It's got 28 HP, so it's almost dead. So I guess it's summoning these drone things, but we can't select them. So I guess that's what it does. That's my guess, at least. That would make sense. It's like a grounded Broodlord, right? Anyway, Xhromosoma with the comeback. Deadmouse with a Lowlord of his own. Only with 4 kills, though. Xhromosoma saying something else in Russian that I cannot read. Oh, a big hit on those units by the Nightmares, dude. Start taking your bets now. I really don't know who's going to win at this point. I mean, given the resources lost is in favor for Red, I guess you could say, yeah, Red is kind of in a better position, especially considering the fact that he's lost less resources and he has more resources at his disposal in case of emergency. And it looks like Xhromosoma is also going for more guerrilla tactics right now, just trying to go and cripple the economy / production for his opponent. I mean, that was a one-shot on that Void Altar. That is crazy, dude. The music finally coming in again. I don't know what it is about the replays lately, but the music has had very long pauses in between songs. Halfarian here. A new one, a fresh one from Deadmouse with 0 kills and full HP. Swarmlord has also been observing this game, leaving the game. Denalekis also leaving the game, but our players are still here, and I hope you're still here with me. It's been a long one, man. These prompters doing a lot of damage. Those are summoned from Halfarian. And here we go. More Acolytes, these units on the left that look like Adepts. So much stuff going down, but the Nightmares from Deadmouse are still alive, and will they destroy this Lowlord is the question. Yeah, it looks like they just fly over stuff and then they die. Crazy. Lowlord going down, though. Halfarian here from Deadmouse at the helm, still with 0 kills. And almost dying to those Snarecasters, finally going down. A Crying Ven here from Deadmouse is just chilling in the back, not engaging at all. And here we go, the main base once again under siege. And we'll see if this is it. Is this it? Xhromosoma throwing out the HH, which I assume means GG, leaving the game, giving the victory to Deadmouse. What a wild, wild match. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.